Hi guys, today we're going to talk about multiplying fractions and mixed numbers, and the I can statement we're working on is I can multiply fractions and mixed numbers. And you're going to find this is really easy. It's just one little extra step that you actually already know, which is turning a mixed number into an improper fraction. So, do you remember this? How do you turn a mixed number into an improper fraction? Well, that's simple. You multiply the denominator by the whole number, then add the numerator to your product. Let's look at some review questions. So here we go. If I wanted to turn 4 1/7 from a mixed number into an improper fraction, I would take 7 times 4 and then add 1. So 7 times 4 is 28 plus 1 is 29. That becomes my numerator. 7 is my denominator. And that's it. Pause the video and try 5 1/3 and 2 17/20. Okay, let's review what you did. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16. So 5 1/3 is the same as 16 over 3. The denominator stays the same. 20 times 2 is 40, plus 17 is 57. Over 20, so there you go. There is your improper fraction. So why is this important? Well, when we multiply with a mixed number, you have to first convert the improper fractions. Convert your mixed numbers to improper fractions. Then you just multiply like we've been doing all week. So, turn 2 1/2 and 3 1/4 into improper fractions. Multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. You'll get your product, but don't forget to simplify your answer. So you might have to turn it back into a mixed number. So 8 goes into 65 8 times with 1 left over, so 8 1/8. Remember, when we want to go from an improper fraction to a mixed number, we would take our numerator and divide it by our denominator, and that goes in 8 times, which is 8 times 8 is 64. So 65 minus 64 is 1, so your remainder becomes your numerator, and you keep the denominator. And that's how we got 8 1/8. Okay, let's try another one. First step, we need to convert 3 1/5 and 7 1/2 into improper fractions. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16, so we have 16 over 5, and 7 times 2 is 14, plus 1 is 15, so we have 15 over 2. Then we can simplify here. If I have a number in the numerator and in the denominator that have common factors, like 5 and 15 have common factors, I can cancel them out and say, well, 5 goes into 5 one time, and 5 goes into 15 3 times. I might also notice that 16 and 2 have a common factor of 2, so I can cross those out and divide those by their common factor. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, 16 divided by 2 is 8, and now I'm working with much smaller numbers because I don't want to multiply 16 times 5. But 8 times 3 is much easier to multiply. And when I multiply those across, my numerators and my denominators, after I've simplified, I get 24 over 1, which we know is 24. So no need to simplify here. All right, now it's your turn. On the next slide, you're going to have 3 problems. I want you to do those in the work section of your WSQ. Don't forget to answer the summary questions on the blog, and we'll see you tomorrow. You can pause the video now. We are done with this video. You can go back and watch any part as many times as you need to, or the entire thing. But don't forget to write your question at the bottom of your WSQ.